casi ni sale. La traición no el amor. Tiene par de amistades, pero no quiere relación. Donde va sobresale, en sus ojos se ve la ilusión.
Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. For today we're going to be reviewing the Plouise, their entire Secret Sinner collection I got in the mail a few weeks ago. I used everything in the collection except for the loose pigments. I'm going to use those in a different video because I wanted to use just the eyeshadow palette, which is what I have here. So yeah, if you'd like to see how I achieved this look, then please keep on watching. Alright, love, so I already did my brows. I did clean up underneath with a little bit of concealer because I haven't opened any of the packaging yet, so I didn't use the concealer that comes with it. But like I said, I ordered the entire Secret Sinner collection from Plouise, and they came in 2 packages. I first got this one here, which is just the eyeshadow palette. I'll open it. They both came in these like hard boxes, and then inside it has like, you know, the bubble wrap. You open it. This is it. I was so excited because I was like, oh my god, I got the whole thing. But then I was looking at it and I'm like, wait a minute, this is like way too small to have the entire collection. So I opened it. It looks like this. Very big, very thick, very luxurious, so pretty. If you open it up, love this. So I did look at it before, but I obviously put it all back together so I can show you guys. I just wanted to show you guys real quick the mirror. You probably can't see it, but it's all scratched. Like all that you see is the mirror being scratched. I did email them about it, but we'll get into that after. So the palette, which I think is like 40 euros or something like that. And then the rest of the collection came in this big box. So I'll open that up. Same thing. Comes in this beautiful big box. So when you open it, it comes like this. It has the lashes, the brush and base, the lip gloss, and then the 3 individual glitters, the shimmers. So obviously this here is for the palette, like this. I did get this a few days after I got the palette, so I emailed them about that as well. On the front of the box, or on the inside of the box, it says, it has a little message from Plouise. It's a little long, so I'm not going to read it. But at the end it says, a good heart always wins, and it's signed by her, Plouise. So yeah, so let's get started, and then at the end I'll go over all the emails and everything that happened. Alright, so I took out the brush and base. This is their brush, and then obviously their famous base in the shade Rumor 2. Which I feel like might be a little light, but it came in the collection, so that's why I did my brows first, and then I'll use this just as a base. It comes with the hollow lip gloss, which looks like this. Very pretty packaging. And then for the glitter pigment, I have Passion, Seduction, and Desire. So let's open these up. So the Passion shade looks like it's a little bit of a pink. You can see that. The Seduction one is like a light gold. And then the Desire shade is a little bit of a mix of both. It's a little bit pink and gold. So I'll show you all 3 of them next to each other. So that's the gold, that's the pink, and then this one's the one that's kind of mixed. I feel like in the camera it looks a little bit silver, but if you see it up close it has a little bit of pink and gold. I'm not going to use these today. I want to use just the palette, so I'll leave these for another video. I just wanted to show you guys what it looked like. And then the lashes are the Dare Lashes by Plouise. They look like this. So on her Instagram she does say that a little goes a long way. So I'm going to squeeze just a tiny bit on the brush. And I'm going to start just packing it on one eye. Okay, it's not that light, so I probably could have used it to carve my brows. Tiny bit more, just to see how thick I can get it, and to bring it a little bit higher into the brow bone. I'm going to press it in, just like she does. So I'm going to start off with the shade Climax, which is that yellow shade right here. And I'm going to use it on my Morphe M441 brush. And I'm going to start that right in the crease. A really pretty yellow. I'm gonna zoom you guys in a little bit, just so you can really see. I obviously want to see how every color performs with the base, but we'd be here forever if I cut my crease every time I use a different shade. So I'm gonna start off with the yellow. Really bring that out. They do blend beautifully. And the pigment is really nice. Usually with the yellow, I have to work a lot more. I will say it is going a little bit darker on my skin than it is in the pan. Like once I blend it out, I feel like it looks a little bit darker. But it's still a very pretty yellow. So like, if you guys can see it on my eye. And then look at it in the pan. It's a little bit darker, I feel like, on the eye, but no biggie. Could be just that I'm more yellow. I'm then going to go in with my Luxie 231 small tapered brush, which looks like this. And I'm going to go in with the shade, I don't know if I wanted to Dreamy or Bow Down. They're both so pretty. Let's do Bow Down. It's a little bit more corally. It's this shade right here. And just blend it through the crease area. I'm then going to go in with the shade Velvet Kiss, which is this like dark pink shade right here. I'm going to try to use that to darken the crease a little bit. And then I might mix in a little bit of In Luz, which is like the darker purplish shade, just to see if I can darken the crease before I cut it. Because I feel like Velvet Kiss might be a little too bright. I'm going to use a clean, fluffy brush. This is from an Eau de Sephora collection brush, and I'm just going to blend that crease area. I'm gonna pick up a little bit of Bow Down, like a tiny, tiny bit, and just go over so we don't lose that like coral shade. I have such a bad habit of doing this, going like this. But when you cut your crease, you want to make sure you're looking straight, because when you cut it, if your eye is like this, your dark shade is going to be just on your lid, and then when you go to cut it, you're not going to see it. So, I gotta practice. Alright, so we're gonna go back in with the base and the flat brush again. This brush is a little big. I'm used to using something a lot smaller, like this much smaller. But we're gonna make it work. This is supposed to cover everything and anything, so I really want to see how it covers up the fallout that's on my lid. I'm going to start off with just a tiny, tiny bit. I have to use my small brush. There's no way I personally am going to be able to cut my crease the way I want to with this. If I was doing just like a quick oval cut crease, maybe, but for me to bring it out, I need something smaller. I bring a little bit more, no baking. I'm going to use a tiny bit more. Wipe off the brush a little bit. I squeezed out a lot more. Alright, so after like 30 minutes of trying to get it to what I want it to do and using a lot more product than I thought I would have to, we're finally done. I'm just kind of tapping it in now. I really wish I would have just wiped off the eyeshadow that was on my eyelid, because as you guys can see, it did not. it did not cover it. I feel like it's just mixed in with the base now. But it's all good, because I feel like the eyeshadows are very pigmented, so I feel like it should be able to cover it up. So now I'm going to take a flat brush. I'm using my BH Cosmetics brush. It came from the marble set that I got. It's in the number 10. And I'm gonna go in with the shade Addicted. So I'm gonna go in with this shade here. This is purple shade, bright purple. And I'm just gonna pack that on the lid. Okay. And you know what? I think I'm gonna do the purple on the inside and then go in with the shade Affair, which is a little bit more blue on the outside. So let's just work this in on here.
It's not happening. So what's going on? And it's just like he doesn't get it, or he just won't let me go. And I don't know. Like, I want to be happy. I'm trying to enjoy myself, enjoy my life, my kids. But it's just like every other day. When I get home, we gonna be together. Like, you can do that for your kids. I'm not saying that I don't want him to be a part of his kids' life, but I don't want to be with him like that anymore.
I feel you, Brittany. Let me tell you something. It's a big mistake when we feel guilty that somebody goes to jail, because this happened because I'm not loyal if I don't. If I was going to break up with you before you went to jail, I'm not going to stay just because you went to jail. That was a terrible decision that I made.
He already broke up before he went. I don't know why he won't understand that.
Well, you have to stop talking to him every other day.
Okay, that I did. This he's talking to him, even for the kids. Like, his mother just had our kids last weekend, and he blew me up the entire time. And his mom used to ask her, why are you calling her? And the kids are here.
Right.
He didn't have an answer.
Exactly. So you need to do that, even if the kids can talk.
I'm going to do just a thin line of my Kat Von D tattoo liner. And then I'll be right back. I'm going to do the other eye and then we'll continue. Alright guys, so I cleaned up underneath the eyes, winged it out a little bit. I'm going to go in with the NYX liner. Just kidding. Just kidding, we're not going to go in with the NYX liner. It is... it's completely dried out. Like, completely dried out. So, plan B. So, instead of the blue, I'm going to use the Makeup Forever Aqua XL Ink Liner. This is in the shade 06/1. It doesn't have a name, but this is what it looks like. It's like a light lilac color. It's so pretty. So I'm going to put that through the crease. It is a felt tip, so it makes me a little nervous. So we're going to go very slow. I'm going to use an angle brush, my Sephora Collection Pro Bent Liner brush. This is the number 23. I'm going to use that towards the outside and inside just so that the line is a little bit thinner. Because it's a felt tip, I feel like it has too much product on it. guys, so I added a little bit of mascara. Now I'm gonna go in with the lashes. I use my Duo Glue. I measured them and they seem like a good size. I have a pretty wide eye, I feel like, so I very rarely have to cut my lashes, which is nice because ain't nobody trying to pay $30 for lashes and then have to cut half of them off. Whew, these are a lot. Haven't worn lashes like these in a long time. I don't know if you guys can see, but I mean, I'm sure you can see. These are a lot. They're beautiful though. Alright guys, so now that we have the eyes done, I'm going to go off camera, finish my complexion, and then we'll be right back. Alright love, so now that my complexion is done, I'm going to go back in with the Plouise base and I'm going to apply that underneath the eyes. I'm going to use a little fluffy brush, take a tiny bit, and just sweep it under. And then I'm gonna go back in to the palette and I'm gonna go in with the orange shade, the Bow Down shade. And then I'm going to use the shade Climax, the yellow shade. And then I'm gonna go in with a flat brush like this, and I'm going to smoke it out with a little bit of the purple on the inside and a little bit of the blue on the outside. I'm going to use, again, a little bit of the primer for the inner corner. You guys know I can't do a look without an inner corner highlight. So let's go in with the shade. Let's do Infatuation. It's this bright pink right here. Just to make it a little bit brighter, I'm gonna go in with the shade S&M, which is the lighter pink. I'm gonna apply that right over it. And then I want to see the true pigment of the lip gloss, so I'm just going to go in with my Marc Jacobs lip liner in Eau Coco, and then I'm going to go in with the lip gloss with nothing underneath. That is gorgeous. I don't know, I love me some Fenty, but this color right here, I like that. All right, loves, so here's the deal. So I got the eyeshadow palette first, whatever. I was like, okay, maybe they, you know, forgot about the rest. So I emailed them. I was like, hey, I received my eyeshadow palette. I did order the entire line, the entire collection, which was 115 euros, right? I used like a calculator online and it said it would be $130. I was charged 150, like 152 plus a $4.95 international fee. Whatever, 150 bucks for an eyeshadow palette, lashes, 3 pigments, the base, a brush, and the lip gloss. Still reasonable, so I wasn't mad at it. I open the eyeshadow palette and it's all scratched up. The mirror is all scratched up. So let's go into the email real quick. Let me see if I can find it. So I emailed them April 3rd. Today is April 19th. So I emailed them and I wrote, hey, my name is Amber. I finally received my order that was placed on March 19th. I ordered the entire Secret Sinner collection and have only received the palette. Do you guys send the rest of the collection separately? ? Also, the palette's mirror is entirely scratched up, and I sent them a picture. Let me show you guys of it being scratched up. I couldn't get it really in a picture, so I took a video because you could see it more, and then I screenshot the video. And then I sent them the picture of the shipping information that showed just the palette that came in with the palette, and then I sent them a screenshot of my order confirmation that shows that I bought the entire collection. So they emailed me. They emailed me back on the 5th, which whatever, I guess time difference. And they said, hi, yes, we send it separately as it is too heavy to send together. I can see you have not received the rest of your masterclass on our system, and we hope you love it. Regarding your palette, apologies for the way you received your palette. If you would like to return it to us, our address is so-and-so. It says send proof of postage. And if I didn't want to return it, I can keep the palette and then get a partial refund of 10% for you receiving below standard. So for me, it's like, you know, the mirror for me is important, especially if I'm spending this amount of money on everything. I expect everything to, you know, come in good condition. Especially it's a 40 euros, which in turn for us would be like almost $50 for a palette. And then I gotta wait for it. So I messaged them back. I emailed them back that same day, and I was like, I have received the rest of the collection and everything looks good. It would be more work to send it back, and I am looking forward to taking the palette with me on vacation next week because I just went to San Diego. So I will keep it and accept the partial refund. Thank you. So like I said, it's April 19th. I've gotten no partial refund. Nothing into my account, no reply on here's how much you're getting back. The 10% is it what, maybe like 10, 15 bucks. But considering, you know, the brand and how big they've gotten, even if it is that little bit of money, and I mean, I'm not losing my mind over it, but that little bit of money, you should be able to get it back to your customers. Because what if I'm not the only one who has to deal with that? What if there's other people who have also never gotten their money back? So, I mean, you know, it is what it is at this point. The quality of the makeup is very nice, as you guys can see. The lip gloss is beautiful. The eyeshadows are nice. Lashes are stunning. They're a little heavy, but I mean, they're beautiful. So, it is what it is. You know, I don't know if I would order again just because it took them like almost 3 weeks to get it here. And again, I did order it from overseas, so I can kind of see why that takes so long. But I'd rather just go to Ulta or Sephora and just buy my stuff there and go home. I do not like waiting. And that is it, guys. That's the final look. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.